Hello, my name is Mike Fitzpatrick. I'm a member of the New York State Assembly representing the 8th Assembly District, which is the Township of Smithtown, and the Islip, the Hop portion of Islip, town of Islip. It's my pleasure to be here and talk to you, the subscribers, to Sophia Burrell's website. Sophia has asked me to respond to 7 questions regarding success and the success I've enjoyed in my career. And let's get started. So question number 1 is, if you could give one piece of advice to a 25-year-old that could possibly change their life, what would it be? And this is kind of a spiritual response, but it's a piece of advice that I got from my father, who got this from his mother, my grandmother, and that is, you work as if everything depended on you, and you pray as if everything depended on God. We have to have confidence in ourselves and work hard, but always remember that when we ask for help from God or whoever you believe is the supreme being, it never hurts. So we don't get anywhere in life on our own. So I've always thought about that and remembered that, and I apply that. But I think you work as hard as you can and you pray as hard as you can, and things tend to work out reasonably well. Question 2, what one habit have you developed in your own life that you believe has contributed to your success? I have been a public official for 30 years, 15 years at the town level and 15 years at the state level, and the one trait I can tell you that leads to success is be visible and accessible, as was taught by my father, who was a very successful public official back in the 60s and 70s here in the town of Smithtown. But I am invited to many things, and I try to attend every one of them as I possibly can. So you want to be accessible to your constituents and to people because they want to talk to you, they like to ask you questions, and you want to get to know as many people as you possibly can in my line of work. And be accessible. So I always return my phone calls. That is critically important, not just in public life, but also in sales or in business or in any line of work. Always getting back, answering your phone calls, answering your emails. One of the nice things I like to do is answer my own phone as often as possible, and people are always surprised that, oh, you answer your own phone. I enjoy doing that. I like hearing that from people, but it leaves an impression on them that that lasts. So that I think is very important. Question 3, what is your take on the importance of self-esteem and self-confidence for success? Well, self-esteem and self-confidence is everything for success. In public life, where every 2 years I go before my community in an election and ask them to be rehired to serve another 2 years, you always have to be self-confident in elected office. When I go into an election, I expect to win. I don't go in hoping to win. I go into an election expecting to win and conduct myself accordingly. So that is confidence. I'm confident of my record. I'm confident in my people skills. I enjoy being around people. I enjoy extending my hand, introducing myself, saying hello. That is critically important to success. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. People are people. They're as curious and interested in you as you are in them. So being friendly and social is important, not just in public life, but in every aspect of life. And question 4, what is your take on the importance of goal setting, and why young adults don't see that as important? Well, I think it's universal. Start with setting simple goals, easy goals to reach, and build up to longer goals. But you always want to have long-term goals in mind, whether it's just how much money I want to make, where I want to be in my career in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years. But where do I want to go on vacation? Do I have a goal? Do I want to visit Europe? Do I want to visit Asia? Do I want to go somewhere exotic? That's a goal. So, and what I do, I like to travel. That's one of the things I like to do. But I save money to do that as well, and set up little accounts, to my travel account and my college account and my retirement account. I set up these little accounts and put money aside to reach those goals. So set small goals, and once you enjoy that success, you reach for larger and larger goals. So that is, you always want big goals, but those short, easily achievable goals help maintain your excitement about what you're doing in your career and in your life, in my opinion. Number 5 is, how does one stay the course of achieving their goals, especially in these uncertain times? Well, I would argue that times are always, in a sense, uncertain. There is always something to worry about. I don't care if, here we are in 2017, whether you were in the, 2007 or 1997, 1987, 1977, or 1967, go back to 1927. Every decade, there's always something to worry about. Times have always been uncertain. There's never been absolute certainty about how we're going to do in life, or what lies around the corner in life. There's always something to worry about. So you cannot let that, you can't be overwhelmed by worry or concern. All you can do is the best job you can on the task at hand. And whether that is raising your family, raising your children, whatever your career is, whatever your goals are, just try to compartmentalize the negative, not think about it, and focus on the positive, and just stay the course, and just, again, reach those small goals, and you climb the ladder very, I think, a lot more easily when you have those, achievable goals. And once you achieve those, you start noticing that you're achieving your larger goals as well. Number 6, what advice can you give to someone unsure of what to do in their life? Well, I would simply say, as a young person, I was unsure of what I wanted to do as I was going through college, graduating college. What did I want to do? I never thought I'd be in elected office as a politician, or a member of the state assembly or the town council, as I was in Smithtown before going to the state assembly. But I found that I enjoyed public service. I enjoyed debating. I enjoy casting votes that affect 19 million people in the state of New York, which is what we do in the state assembly. We have 19 million residents. I represent about 133,000 of them in my district, number 8. But there are 150 members of the state assembly that cast votes that affect all 19 million residents of the state of New York. I think that's pretty exciting, and I enjoy debating and being a part of the conversation about public policy in the state of New York. That to me is exciting, and it's a role I relish and something I enjoy. And then every 2 years when I run for re-election, I enjoy sharing my opinions, and people ask me where I stand on certain issues, and when we agree, that's great. When we disagree, I enjoy that debate and conversation as well. You're never going to win 100% of the vote, but as we say in our business, 51% is a landslide. But being involved in the issues of the day and playing a role in the debate about those issues is something that I enjoy, and that's led me to this career. And then number 7, can you recall a quote or a book that changed your life or your thinking? And I'm reminded of a book that was published in 2005 that I enjoyed very much. It was written by Thomas Friedman, who's a columnist for the New York Times, and the title of the book is The World is Flat. And Mr. Friedman wrote that book as a wake-up call to the education system. And the premise of the book is how technology, and especially the internet, has flattened the world, so that people not only in our country, but in countries around the world, more easily interact, not just personally, but commercially, and how the internet has flattened the world. And he makes the argument that in this economy, because of technology and how the world works today, that the era that average is over. And what he means by that, in his argument, is that you can no longer be average in not just the United States, but anywhere else in the world, and expect to earn a middle-class lifestyle. That we need a skill set. We are much more technology-driven today than we've ever been, and will become more so. And as a young person, you already know this because you're more technology savvy than people of my age, even though we are, some of us still struggle to be technologically savvy, but you folks as 20 to 25, 20 to 30-year-olds, you already know how technology is influencing everything we do today. That will only get more, become more so in the future. So Friedman argues that you can no longer be average. You must have skills if you want to enjoy a better lifestyle. You know, in the old days, back when I was in high school, if you weren't college bound or weren't a student or did not have the aptitude to go to college, you could become an auto mechanic, or you could become a laborer of some type, and you could earn a lifestyle, earn a living, and enjoy a middle-class lifestyle. That is no longer the case today in 2017 in the United States or in anywhere else in the world, or the developed world for that matter. So what you have to do is take your education seriously, develop a skill set, obviously technology-based, and then apply that to whatever you find enjoyable and want to make a living at. So The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman, published in 2005. Excellent book. I would highly recommend you read it. So thank you. That concludes the session. And I want to thank Sophia for giving me the opportunity to do this, and wish all of you who listen to this and the other interviews on the website the best of luck and good luck in your life's journey. Thank you.